Vineet Pandey and sorry, good morning नहीं है, good evening है. Actually, I'm arranging this laptop and mobile. तो मैंने आपको good morning बोल दिया है. तो इति तिवारी, how are you? आप पुराने स्टूडेंट है मेरे, आपको पहचानता हूँ मैं अच्छे से. How's you all? कैसे हैं आप? And थोड़ा सा इसको हम अरेंजिंग, मैं थोड़ा इसको अरेंज कर रहा हूँ so that ये प्रॉपरली वर्क करे. इसलिए थोड़ा सा आपको समस्या हो सकती है इसके साथ. And I think it has been arranged in a proper way. And here I'll use my laptop so that I can help you with your answers. So the first thing that I want to ask is, am I audible to you? Am I audible to you? क्या आप मुझे सुन सकते हैं? So, good evening everyone. This is Vineet Pandey, and today we'll be talking about how to prepare NET JRF for all the new students who are going to prepare. Yes, Raghav Gupta, Delhi is cold. ठंडा है आज काफ़ी. हालांकि मेरे पास लकीली हीटर है और मैंने उस हीटर को चला रखा है यहाँ पे ताकि मुझे ठंड ना लगे. So, जी सेट की हॉल टिकट स्वीटी, जी सेट की हॉल टिकट वेल आई डिड नॉट चेक, आ गई है. यूजीसी नेट टॉपर फरहीन शेख, माय ओन स्टूडेंट, शी वाज द टॉपर ऑफ 2017 बैच, आई थिंक 16 और 17. शी वाज बैचमेट ऑफ अर्पिता गरवा. शी टोल्ड मी कि गुजरात सेट का हॉल टिकट आ गया है बिकॉज शी इज फ्रॉम गुजरात. And she asked me whether I'll be appearing in Gujrat set or not because she wants me to meet her, and she needs some PhD guidance. So I think I gaya hoga. Please check it. Even I have to check because I have to book my flights also for Ahmedabad. Now, for West Bengal set will be in the month of Jan, and I think they have announced the examination date and admit cards are out. I'll be appearing in West Bengal set also. Kajal, there is no set exam in Haryana, and in Rajasthan they have conducted two different set exams, and luckily I was topper of Rajasthan set 2012, I was topper of Rajasthan set 2014, and my own family member, my own cousin sister, she was also the 7th rank holder in Rajasthan set. Kerala set, I don't think Kerala set they have announced, but yes, Kerala conducts set exam on regular basis. Kerala में set होता है, but Kerala has a different criteria. You must be B.Ed along with your post graduation, then you should be B.Ed to apply for Kerala set exam. I am topper of both of the Uttarakhand set exams. Yes, Ramji, after 2012 and 2014 राजस्थान में set exam नहीं हुआ है. और Raj Kore, I am also topper of Karnataka set, but that was 2000 either 14, 15 or 16. Soon I'll be uploading all my certificates on YouTube. You can check those things. So now let's talk about the important fact. There is no set exam in Jharkhand. There is a set exam of Assam. We heard about Jharkhand set, but I think it was not conducted. In Assam, it is Northeast set exam, and I'm the topper of Northeast set exam also. Now let's talk about how to prepare for NET examination. So first of all, it was very easy paper. Last paper was very easy. I told you, read University Waits, read Dickens, talk about Chaucer. If you remember, we talked about the Nun Prioress, her particular tale also. So in short, the paper was the cakewalk. Now we're gonna talk about the strategy because we have many new students here, and what should we do for the next examination. First thing is, paper pattern has been changed. They are not talking about world literature. They are avoiding world literature. So now tell me what to do. If they are avoiding world literature, what should be done? In the last exam there was no world literature question. Last to last exam there was no world literature question. What will you do? Now focus on British history more and more. Now as they are asking questions from British history, चूंकि world literature को avoid किया गया है, इसलिए अब ब्रिटिश हिस्ट्री से क्वेश्चन ज्यादा आ रहे हैं. But remember, when British history is asked, British history is very big point with very big field. अपने आप में बहुत बड़ा field है. Like I simply ask you, you are reading and preparing for NET JRF. Do you remember each and every book written by Charles Dickens? All we remember is some great works. Oliver Twist, Old Curiosity Shop, David Copperfield, Martin Chuzzlewit, Nicholas Nickleby, Hard Times, these kind of famous ones. The Dombey and Son, these kind of Pickwick Papers. What if they go in the depth of those books and ask you questions from in depth? So in short, this time we're gonna focus on British history more and more. This time I'll be teaching you some writers who are actually ignored and I left teaching those writers. Like for example, John Barber's Bruce, I'll be teaching you. Because if they're talking about British history, they are going in the depth of it. We are not less than those, thinkers. Even we have the idea. We can do that. Second thing, this time we will go for the separate study of poetries. Means every age has 7 to 8 good writers who have written good poetries. We have to go in the depth of those poetries, taking the references because they have talked about this thing. So poetries, lines, references are very very important. The world is too much with us has been asked anything. Today also one of my students said कि सर जो आपने ऐसे लूज टॉक में बोला है ये पढ़ लेना वो भी पेपर में आ गया. तो I am somebody who has seen the exam. अब क्या करना है? सिंपल करना है, सिंपल फंडा. Because even I'll appear again. सिंपल सी चीज है. We will read each and every writer of British history and will fix it on the tips. A lot of people have never heard who is James Macpherson. उन्हें नहीं पता James Macpherson कौन है. Alan Ramsay कौन है? People don't know who is Alan Ramsay. So John Sinfield कौन है? People have no idea John Sinfield. Although they know is G.B. Shaw, but they don't know Galsworthy or they just have heard the name. So technically, we will have to go for the separate reading of all the novelists, all the poets, all the dramatists, all the essayists, and then we will go for the special test papers. Now we are updating our test papers. We are removing the unnecessary questions of world literature, and we will be teaching you British history, primarily going in the depth of all the poetries. Now luckily, I am personally happy when I was teaching in University of Delhi. We were supposed to go in the depth of these texts. I have taught Paradise Lost line by line. Trust me, I feel like I'm honored when I was given the Paradise Lost thing. My teacher trusted me. She said, Vineet, can you do justice to Paradise Lost? I said, see, ma'am, I have no idea that what is the criteria of justice. But yes, I can do something really well. And that is that I will give the best of it. Okay, Ali is from Ladakh. Ali, I was in Ladakh. In the NET exam, I attempted in Ladakh. So we're gonna deal with the poetries. Now, simple thing. Second thing is culture studies. Culture study has all the theories. They are merged. You talk about women rights, you talk about fourth wave feminism, it's the part of culture studies. You talk about people talking to you in fake accent. A lot of people they talk to you in fake accent to impress you. Again, the part of Anglophilia, again culture studies. Then dressing, mindset, behavior, understanding, Sapir-Whorf analysis, all these things are the part of culture study. The language in the translation form. Like if you remember, Salman Rushdie said we are all translated men. So what does that mean? So these things are the part of culture studies now. That's why they are talking about culture studies. In short, lit theories, lit criticism is the basic thing now. Most important is British history. Number 2 is culture study. Now, they are going in the depth of Americans and criticism writers and Indian writers. So this time, maybe it's because of the political condition of India that they want us to read Indian writers once again. And somewhere I feel good, I feel happy because yes, we should know our Indian writers first before we read a lot of other writers. We know Republic, Plato's Republic. We know Aristotle's Poetics. But how many of us actually know that Chanakya also wrote Arthashastra, economics, which is actually not Arthashastra, it is actually Niti Shastra. Rajya kaise kiya jaye. So now we're gonna read all those things, and I think this is totally in the favor of we students, we learners. Along with these things, I had a word with JNU professor, and Paranjpe sir se meri baat hui thi. He told me this that this time we need they'll be talking about the Indian writings, but the latest books. So, for example, Makaran sir himself has written Body Offering, The Narrator. They are the latest books. They are not even available in the market guidebooks. So, Indian writers, like suppose, imagine how many of you know Jyoti Guptara, how many of you know Akhil Sharma, Sanjeev Sahota, Nadifa Muhammad. These writers have rocked the world, and we Indians don't even know them. Nisha, yes, we do provide online classes. If you want to join online classes, you can contact me. And I think you don't know me, so I'm Vineet Pandey. I'm 7 times net qualified. And yes, one more point. uh, when I keep telling 7 times net, 7 times, so people like why? Remember, there are two types of people. Why 7 times net qualified? How did you qualify? What do you want to be? Why did you qualify? How did you qualify? Your target should be how did you qualify? How do you read? If you had your government school education in Hindi medium, if you came from a very poor family, struggling family, what was your level of confidence? Did you also feel frustrated? Did you also feel like surrendering? Yes, I was in depression. I was frustrated. I would feel that I'm good for nothing. मुझसे कुछ नहीं होने वाला है. So in short, when you learn something from me, learn how to fight back. Never surrender and go for quality. Now, after this, what you have to do is make a list of 25 most important novelists from British history, 25 dramatists from British history, 25 most important poets from British history. This is for all the students who are not in my online classes. Those who are in online classes, you will have all those things, and we will be going for the 50 writers, not 25. It is for all the students who are watching me and who like cannot join the classes or not willing to join. So this is the suggestion for them. 25, 25 and 25. Make sure you all have these separate lists so that you can work on these things. Apart from this thing, go in the depth of criticism. People read criticism and they mug up some definition of poetry, of this thing, of that thing, and then they don't even understand that criticism's question are not asked in straight way. They are asked the question in roundabout way. They will never ask you what is objective correlative in simple way. They can give you the situation, the image, some story, and they'll ask you which literary device is employed here. If you have seen net paper, this happens. They actually ask you this thing. So all the literary devices, all the literary terms, all the literary fundamental basic ideas, they are all very important. Make separate copies. A copy of British history divided in novelists, dramatists, poets. Now, let's talk about the importance of British history. It's very important. Imagine the education standard, how teachers are teaching, that a lot of people got confused in the question of Chaucer. Like, I couldn't believe why people are getting confused in the question of Chaucer, which was asked in last exam. When I discussed it with my student, I was like, "Why? It's so easy." They were like, "Yes, sir, it was easy. You have taught us 23 people narrating 24 stories. Chaucer told 2 stories, one in prose, one in poetry. In fact, when I teach you, I also tell you that Harry Bailey said, 'What man art thou?' And then Chaucer says that I come from Southwark and I will say a little thing in prose." So when I give you these details, then there will be no pressure. All you have to do is revise it. Make sure you are under the right guidance, because a lot of people are luring you away, and you simply ask them one question, that if you are an expert of NetGRF, why didn't you get more marks? Why you never appeared? You know why? Because people are actually using your tensions. You are scared, you want to pay money, they're gonna use it. Simple. And sometimes this happens. Somebody said, "Vineet sir, so you don't pick the calls. That's why I didn't join you." Well, I didn't pick call, you didn't join me. Okay, fine. Imagine why I didn't pick call. If this is my business, if this is my earning, if this is this is how I earn my bread. Maybe I do not count my students, my numbers. I count quality. Working in University of Delhi, 3 years experience of teaching in University of Delhi has taught me one thing. Never ever go for quantity, go for quality. So when I deliver a lecture, I really want my students should feel that this is called Vineet Pandey style. And for that one lecture, I read hours and hours. I have a habit of repeating my own knowledge, own chapters, going in the depth of it and finding new examples. Can you imagine when I teach utilitarian philosophy to my students, and students coming from the small town background, they get confused, sir, what is utilitarian philosophy? And when I take the example of golgappe, pani puri, pani patasa, fulki, whatever you call it, golgappe, pani patasa, pani puri, fulke, puchke, gupchup, and I take the example of golgappe, my students actually understand what is utilitarian philosophy to have the maximum utilization. When Mr. Gradgrind, in his famous book, in the famous work, the Dickensian famous book, Two Cities, The Tale of Two Cities. Sorry. Hard Times. In Hard Times says, what I need is fact, and fact. He's the one who's following this philosophy, utilitarian philosophy. He raises his kid, his girl, his son in a utilitarian way. You must understand what is that idea. So in short, when we will be reading these things this time, going in the depth of British history, separately novelists, then dramatists, then poets, then essayists, people don't know Thomas D. Quincy. This is surprising. All you know, like people, they are knowing Francis Bacon, Charles Lamb, okay, William Hazlitt, very good. But then you don't know Thomas D. Quincy. And they are asking you a very simple question. This is like amazing. So all you're going to do is just give your best, choose the right guide. Avoid me. I'm not saying I'm the best guide. My certificates, my records speak for it. You take your time. Just imagine, when I'm going to join, the person who's going to teach me, is he the one who has taught in universities? You will find out that most of the teachers who are teaching you NET have not even worked in any undergraduate college as a teacher. Mugging up is a different thing. Explaining poetry to students is a different thing. You have the rights. Even if you ask me, Vineet sir, have you ever taught in college? Yes, in the University of Delhi. Second thing, if you are an expert of NET, what is your own percentage and why didn't you qualify again? Why didn't you go for JRF? Why should I trust you? Because if you yourself have never got 70%, 68%, I had 79% in my first JRF. Make sure you know the experience, the vision, and then you go for it. You avoid me, that's a great thing. I want it because I'm telling you, so you will think like Vineet sir is telling I'm the best. I don't have to tell. I know I'm the best. But yes, I want to be very clear, honest to you. Have questions. Ask questions to your people, your teacher you're going to join. Ask me questions. This is one of the reasons that a lot of people miss the exam. When syllabus was changed, most of the YouTubers were saying that syllabus is not changed. And when we completed 2 months syllabus in my classroom, then people started accepting, okay, syllabus is changed and let's work. Imagine all the students who trusted those people were actually lagging behind. They were 2 months behind from my students. And this is one of the reasons that we got toppers from our classroom. See, get right books. This time you're going to read David Ditches. This time you're going to need David Ditches. Point it. Please write it. This time you're going to need David Ditches. This time you're going to need William J. Long. If possible, get a book, Andrew Sanders. Now remember, I never suggested students to get David Ditches. I never suggested students to buy Andrew Sanders because the pattern was changed. Now I'm suggesting you because the pattern is changed again. They are asking questions from David Ditches. They have, the simple thing is David Ditches is required. DK Bhardwaj, when you'll get cheated and you'll cry in front of me, I'll tell. A lot of people come to me and they cry. Okay, so you'll understand. And when you will be the professor, you should criticize the bad thing. It's not others, it's the bad, evil. The people, those who say that we are qualified in first attempt, have actually qualified in third attempt. They're cheating you. So don't be the prey for them. Even not my prey. If you think I'm doing the wrong, yes, even not my prey. Choose wisely because that's your money, your 6 months, and time is more precious than anything. Time is more precious than money. Save your time, your money, and simple. It's simple. At least I speak the truth. Nah, judge me on the same grounds. Reject me, that's fine. But make sure, because even if you reject me, I will qualify my 8th NET exam. Even nobody joins me, I'll qualify my 10th NET exam. I'm not going to surrender. I love literature. I love qualifying. I know how to win. And all I know is the only need of the time is to be the best. That's what T.S. Eliot said. Be the best. And that's what I believe. So, in short, focus, get the books, one more work. Make sure a lot of people are reading M.H. Abrahams. You go for Chris Baldick. Chris Baldick is one of my favorite book. Chris Baldick is far better than M.H. Abrahams. A lot of people, they won't tell you this thing. So make sure you remember this. Now, another important thing is Chris Baldick, then David Deutsch, Andrew Sanders, they're all required. William J. Long is also good, but better you go for David Deutsch and Andrew Sanders. For American literature, you don't have to go for books. They do not ask tough questions from American literature. So make sure you go for simple American writers, how to read them. Type a list. 25 big reads, 25 big reads in American literature. There is a list of big reads. Big reads has 25 books. You make sure that you remember all those things. 10 American poets, including Walt Whitman, Wallace Stevens, Robert Frost, Emily Dickinson, then some other poets. And you'll have all these, like you will have Cooper, Washington Irving, then the fireside poets, S.W. Longfellow, then Walden's writer, this man, S.D. Thoreau, then R.W. Emerson. So you have all these things, right? Now, we talk about world literature. Simple point. World literature, they are not asking questions, they are avoiding it. So no need to go in the depth of world literature. But can we just avoid it? No. No, we will not avoid it. We will be prepared for at least 3 to 4 writers from all those countries. In short, when you are preparing working hard, you want to give it a sure success, a sure shot. We will not avoid world literature completely. I believe to top the exam. I don't want you to qualify by lacking and praying. I want you to qualify with full guts and maximum marks. So we will read approx 30 to 40 world literature writers, 3 to 4 writers from all the countries, so that when my students sit in the exam, they challenge the paper. My student should challenge the paper, not the paper should challenge my student. That will be the approach. And this time we're gonna work on literary terms. Yes, for the first time we will have work on literary terms. Literary terms की depth में जाएंगे. Then in English in India and research. English in India and research methods. This time we're gonna go in the depth of these things because we are very sure that they have avoided world literature and now they're gonna focus on these particular points. So simply set the syllabus and timetable now. Starting from the 5th January, those who are in online batch, you don't have to worry because you will have regular sessions and my private videos for you. I'll be teaching you everything in private video. So in online course, you don't have to search and find out anything. Just listen what I say and do it. I will arrange everything in the plate. You just have to eat it so that it should be here. All my other friends, all my other students who are not able to join or not willing to join, simple. Set 1 month goal for British history. 1 month goal. And here, make sure you know the depth of David Deutsch and Andrew Sanders. 2 books, because David Deutsch will give you the depth of everything. Andrew Sanders will give you the critical evaluation of all the ideas. Critically examined ideas. So first David Deutsch, second Andrew Sanders. 1 month done. Next 20 days. Revise the writers, their famous works, their publication dates, their quotations, the opening lines, hero, heroine, villain, everything, so that you are well prepared. So technically 1.5 months only for British history. And remember, there is a right strategy, there is an approach. Do not start mugging up from the very first day. First, read means just to learn. It means simply go for a reading, a basic reading. David Deutsch and Andrew Sanders for 1 month. Next 15 to 20 days, then go in the depth of writers, books, their summaries, their opening lines, their publication. They ask you questions, their publications are important. They ask this time, set the order, Dickinson books, D.H. Lawrence books, set them in order, T.S. Eliot, set them in order. In short, date-oriented question. If you have seen my video, how to improve memory, you have seen that how I remember all the dates, all the names, all the birth and everything that I remember. And I still try that I should remember more and more because only this thing has given me the beautiful life. I worked hard. I always had faith that one day my parents will be proud of me, and they are. Today they sleep well without tension because they know Vineet has done something good. and they keep blessing me that I share my knowledge and I try to do some good things. All you have to do is a rule of 1.5 months for British history. Remaining 15 days are enough for criticism. Remaining 15 days are enough for criticism. Read either B. Prashad or you can take any Indian writer. I'll suggest you take any Indian writer. Criticism is explained well by Indian writers, so take any of those things. But in online classes, we will be going for live sessions of videos. This time, for criticism, apart from audios, we will have session of 1 week session, regular session of criticism videos. Means 7 to 8 days, I will sum up criticism through live lecture, the way I'm talking. One more thing, all the new students who are watching it, we provide you online private live lectures. The way I'm talking to you, this will be private lecture soon. Abhi, this is public lecture. So if you want to join the private lectures, online lectures, live lectures, you will understand the difference between me and others. Ask your favorite teachers to come live the way I teach. You'll understand who has the guts to sit in front of students. So in short, we will learn face to face, having eye contact. I'll be explaining you everything so that you learn and become better than others. Once we are done with 2 months, British history and criticism, Americans are simply they're done for 10 to 15 days. I suggest you 10 to 15 days. But you know what? Do not take like, okay, 10 to 15 days reading for 2 hours. No, 5 to 6 hours. So that whatever you read, whatever you learn should be here in your brain. Once you're done with American literature, 5 days are enough for culture studies. 5 days are enough for culture studies. Repeating once again. 1, 2, 3. 3 days simply to read and understand what is culture studies and theories. 2 days to mug up the names of writers, the books, and make sure you remember all the known things. In short, you just have to remember this, that culture study is technically just basic unit. It is not properly developed. 5 days are enough. It's simple. It's very simple. It's enough. No need to go in the depth of it. Now we switch to literary theories. Literary theories, here you need approx 15 days. First 4-5 days, just basic reading. Try to understand what is author-oriented approach. What is transactional analysis? What is the horizons of expectation? What is hermeneutics? In short, 5 to 7 days of basic reading. You can choose any book, Raman Selden, Peter Berry, or whatever you have. Indian version of N. Krishna Swami. Take any book. If you have seen that I have plenty of books, you will see I have plenty of books. बहुत सारी किताबें. So 5 to 7 days basic reading, and then approx 5 to 7 days terminologies. You should know what is dialogism, what is polyphony, what is heteroglossia, what is thick description, what is panopticon. So technically in 15 days you should be the master of lit theories, and prepare lit theories so that when you go for PhD, your professor should ask you that how you became damn good in your lit theories approach. After this, we're gonna talk about English in India. Do you know that this time they did not ask about any school, any movement, any amendment related to English in India? Because they are simple. They are only 8 to 10. So when the last time they asked questions, when I taught you Hunter Commission, I talked about Wood's Dispatch. So they had simple 7 to 8 answers. They asked these things. So simply, English in India is not a big field. It's very small field. 2 days are enough to understand condition of English in India, how English can be the future of India related to world literature, world culture, world topics. Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru said, English is a major window to the world. So, 2 days are enough. And the remaining 2 days are enough for the writers and some 10 to 15 basic movements, basic informative things. In short, on and on, we can go for like 8 to 10 days for English in India. So approx we are done with like 3 months. We have around 3 more months left for it. Another month is can be used for literary terms, 4-5 days. Theories, research methods in English, 2 days. If you are in online classes, 2 days are enough. Otherwise, 5 days max. Then world literature, 40 to 50 greatest writers, hardly 6-7 days. Then post-colonial writers, basic Afro and Afro-American writers. African, Afro-American writers. Basics, not the depth one. In short, in the 4th month, you will be completing everything, the part of syllabus. 4 months, syllabus completed. That's my strategy. That's what I do. We have 5th month to work on previous year's papers, set exam papers. This time I will be solving previous year's papers in live mode. I'll be telling you that tomorrow we're going to solve this paper. You should have the printout of the paper. I'll sit here. I'll discuss question number 1. Let's solve this question. And I'll be telling you the method of solving question. I will not give you the direct answer like people do. I don't believe in direct answers. I believe in the depth, that why this answer is right, why the other answers are wrong, and why the other answers are not known to us or known to us. So make sure जब आप पढ़ोगे, if you're in online आपको सारा कुछ मिल जाएगा. If you're in online, salam, sending me love from Pakistan, salam, thank you. So what we're gonna do is, when we'll start teaching you in the same way, we have 5th month for preparation from our side, and the last month is for you. 20 days to mug up everything. I'll be giving you the most important 100 books list. Then most important 50 poetries. Important opening lines. We generally do these things. Important opening lines, important villain in literature, important heroes in literature. You have to mug those things. So in short, in the 6th month, you will have 25 days approx to mug up. But remember this thing. When you are reading for 5 months, keep studying and work like tomorrow is your exam. Once you're done for 5 months, according to me, my strategy is done. 6th month is yours. It's totally yours. Just work for it, and I'll be sending you every day 4 to 5 questions asked in NET exam, so that you can keep revising those things approx, and when you read other things. This will be the method to make you another Sagar Sharma, last batch topper 68%, another Amrita, another Farheen Sheikh, another Himanshi, toppers 68, 70%, 68, 70%, and one of the best student, Avichal Bhatnagar, 100% blind man with 64%, the top 10 student in the last batch. Avichal is my inspiration. I was in tears when the blind man told me that it's your online audios. I could just hear those things. I could not read anything. My friend read the question paper for me and I topped the exam. Do you have that gut? Doston, when I started from a government school student, my family, my people, my friends, they never had faith in me. Only my father. My father would say that one day you will do something big. He would say, you are intelligent but you do not study. You are intelligent but you are naughty. You are delinquent. The moment you start studying, the moment you focus, you will be the man who will rock it. And do you know, today Vineet Pandey with a big name. I know I have a big name and I'm actually proud of it because I have earned it. You know what my father says? My father says, never ever go to your classroom without preparation. Never ever go to the class without preparation. Do not take your students' future career lightly. They have trusted you. You are responsible for them. They consider you God. They consider you elder brother. They consider you guide. Never ever do injustice to that thing. He keeps on saying this thing. Sometimes I get bored. Why are you telling me this thing, Papa? I know I have to teach well. I want to be at number 1. I don't want to be replaced by anyone. The moment I stop working hard, people will replace me. He says, remember, it is the God who has blessed you for being honest. It is the God who has rewarded you for your hard work. Make sure there are a lot of Vineet Pandey who are in need of your guidance. And I'm the son of my father. I do that. Soon I'll be topping 17th set exam. Advanced में I'm telling you. 18वां set exam, 18th set exam, West Bengal set, I'll be the topper. Then in Himachal set, my 19th set exam. And I will not rest until I get 10 to 15 net. And you know why I keep appearing? Because I want to be the sharpest brain in my class. Because when my student asks me a question, I want to be the last hope and the only hope he has. So I'll be giving the finest answer, the best answer, and my student will not need any book, any other teacher. That's why I keep appearing, keep studying, keep solving books, keep learning things, and I keep imparting. So we'll be setting up. We'll go for a dinner. आप भी cooking कीजिए, and I'll go for cooking. And the last thing, many of you have asked me about my online classes. I repeat things simple way. Do not join me because me or my people said that we are good. Search me, judge me, ask me why did you qualify double JRF? How did you qualify double JRF? Compare me with your other teachers. Ask them why did not you do double JRF? If your teacher says that I am doing PhD, that's why I'm not appearing in NET, then remember, these teachers have been spotted in examination centers. They are hiding it. They are not telling you that we qualified, we could not qualify again. Choose us wisely. Ask your teacher that I'm postgraduate. Are you having university experience? Can you show me your university teaching experience letter so that I know that you have taught post-graduation students? If they do it, then join it. There are many teachers who are far better than me. Join them. But just make sure you have your questions. And my students, those who are already here, remember, you have chosen me, and this is my promise. You will be proud of Vineet Pandey. You will proudly tell you are the student of Vineet Pandey. With this message, all those who want to contact me, WhatsApp me on 8587035827. You can also write the comments here. We'll give you the number. You can contact me. You can talk to me. If you want to talk to me personally, call me tomorrow after 10:30. I'll be in the office and let's talk. And Tushar, I don't need to collaborate with a person who got 53% and who lies. So bad suggestion. I have better students. My students are in Oxford now. They are doing PhD. So good luck. Bye. Take care.